This Could Get Me Fired podcast. What up? I'm Jizzo. That is John Magic, and we are back.
So I don't know about your TikTok algorithm, but you know how everyone has different, when you For You page. That's what I was talking about. And one of the things that always pop up on my algorithm is shoe culture of buy, sell, trade shops that are opening.
Yeah.
From young kids that are doing it.
Yeah.
To older businessmen. It's a crazy, crazy game and culture. Seeing the prices that they're reselling these shoes, and then there's even pages on TikTok where they see if it's fake or not.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited about this episode because we got some special guests. We always like highlighting people that are doing big things in the 559, and we have some special guests from Citystarz here.
Yeah, man. I got to introduce Juan and Lyric. They do their thing at Citystarz. It's a buy, sell, trade shoe store out here. They got multiple locations. So we just wanted to chop it up with you guys about, the sneaker industry and just the culture behind it and everything else in between. So go ahead, Juan, you can go ahead and jump on the mic real quick. And what is your part at Citystarz? Like, what do you do?
Well, to start off with, I'm the buyer for the store, so I take care of the buying part and somewhat of the trades as well too. So if someone's looking to sell, you come to me or even DM us on Instagram, and so we just can negotiate over prices. We look online, see what shoes are selling for, on certain apps, and so we go based off that, okay, this shoe sells for this much, so I can offer you this much for it.
Got you.
And,
So you have your little cheat sheet, basically.
Somewhat, yeah. Useful tools.
Okay, and then we got a Lyric. She's in here with us. What do you do at Citystarz, or what do you do with them?
So I am one of the oldest ones of the group, so pretty much a lot of them are 17, 18, 19, 20.
Okay.
And I'm much older, so I like to refer to myself as the auntie of the group.
There you go, I like it.
So I'm Auntie Lear over here. But yeah, I'm just a sales associate, but I also help Andrew over here and Juan with some of the content for our store. So I enjoy doing that with them and just helping out customers. And I've been there for a while, so I like to help Julie, with our manager, with all types of stuff that she needs help with. So yeah,
okay,
I do.
So Juan, you're doing Juan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing some of the buying. Some of the things that I've seen on the TikTok is when they go to these, what are those things called, where it's just a room full of people trying to sell.
Oh, like the sneaker events, like SneakerCon and other events.
And then I see videos of people saying, how much for the whole table? Is that what you're doing? Like you're going up to these people and saying, let me grab 10 of these.
Yeah, is that where you get most of your inventory? Is going out and getting it yourself?
Usually it's in store, really.
Okay.
We do that sometimes too, when we're at events. But we don't necessarily buy the whole table. It's just we buy what we know sells for us. So we don't just want everything. We want what moves for us, what's good for us.
Yeah.
And what's the biggest thing right now that you guys are looking for?
I would say, especially this year, because every year there's a new sneaker, that people's more interested in. I would say the Jordan 4s and Dunks. I feel like a year or two ago it was the Jordan 1 and the Dunks, and now I feel like right now is the 4s and the Dunks.
I'm not a big sneakerhead. I like the ones. I like the Jordan 1, so I know what those look like.
You're a big Air Max guy.
I did a Air Max thing for years.
Yeah.
I'm all about the colorways, but then when I saw how much these dope colorways are going for, it's so crazy, this buy, sell, trade market. When you say, right now Dunks and the 4s are big, what's probably the shoe that's the most overrated? I feel like the Pandas. Everyone has Pandas.
Literally.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that. Yeah, the Panda it's everywhere now. It used to be a sneakerhead type shoe in my opinion, and now it's just your you see your mom wearing it, your aunt wearing it.
Yeah.
It's like an Air Force One or a Timberland. It's just an everyday shoe that your
right
average.
Right now, what are the kids? What are people looking for right now? Now that if it's not the Pandas, what is there a name for the biggest shoe right now, or is it just
what's the most sought out after shoe?
I mean, there is a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot actually. I would have to say, like,
In recent years, what would you say?
I would say for sure the Military 4, the Cherry 11s that just dropped not too long ago.
Man, yeah.
Especially Red Thunder 4s, those sell really well for us, and even other dunk colorways as well too. Especially the low tops, almost like any color sells.
So do you have like a dream shoe that you just like, that's the holy grail, I need that shoe? Do you have that?
Yeah, not yet. I have a few of them that I've been wanting, and I was fortunate to be able to acquire those. But my dream shoe would be the Off-White Chicagos. I don't have those yet. I hope to own them one day, but
Have you came across them?
I haven't even seen them come in the store or even
wow.
at events. I mean, I've seen them, just not in my size.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's. I think it's a perfect shoe in my opinion.
Yeah,
to me,
yeah,
that shoe is a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Rest
Speaking
in
of
peace, Virgil.
sizes, why is it always everyone can never find their size? It's always like out.
Or maybe you just have one of those sizes that a lot of people have.
9.5, 10. Is that the base? Everyone has 9.5, 10.
Yeah.
I feel like I always have the display shoe because I'm a 9. I feel like the 9 is always the display sneaker. I don't know. Is there some truth beyond that? Is that kind of?
I would say from what I know, other stores, they a retail store usually puts like the smallest size available on display, but
okay.
Us, we put all our sizes on display, so like our customers can see what size we have in stock. So everything will be like out, like put out on the wall.
Lyric was saying that she's the oldest one out of like the crew. So how old are you?
I'm 22.
So this is more. I don't know if you can answer this. This is just because I'm really wondering, as a buyer, whose money are you using?
Well, the store's money, like the owner's money and stuff.
Okay, I've always wondered that. Like, man, where are these kids getting this money from?
So let me ask you this: when it comes to buying, because Magic, you were talking a little bit about this, is the fakes. How do you determine when something's real or legit or not? Like, what are the things that you look for? Is there things that you can spot a fake right away?
Yeah, there is. The thing when it comes to fakes, it's not just one company who makes fakes. There's multiple. So like they all make their shoes differently. So you got to watch out for like those red flags. Yeah, it could be from stitching to shape of the shoe, materials. They could be the wrong materials. It could be anything really. There's so much that like ties into it. There's just.
So when someone comes in to sell a shoe, are you like dissecting it for a few minutes?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I gotta, open up the box, look at both pairs of shoes, take out the insole, even the smell. Like I can tell from the smell as well too.
No, there's TikTok videos of people doing a smell check
check?
What are you smelling for?
What's kind of cool?
Smell? I don't know.
Well, shoes. I mean, of course you can replicate, but you can't replicate a smell really. So smells, they have that certain Nike smell or like or just a certain smell from the factory that they came from.
Yeah.
And fakes, they just smell different, like cardboard or just off or just. They just smell different.
They
or like
smell
plain.
authentic.
Sometimes with the fakes though, the people trying to sell or trade it to you, sometimes are they the one that got conned because they didn't know, or are they the con artists trying to both ways?
Yeah.
Lyric, can you speak on that? Have you like experienced?
Yeah, I just feel like it's both. Like you could just like tell. Like I don't know. Like you could just tell that certain people. Some people are like very like oblivion. They're just like they have no idea.
Right.
And like they'll come in if they think and ask Juan like, "Can you check it for me?" Like those type of people. And then there's like people that come in and are just like, I think that they know that shit is like not real.
There's a video that I just recently watched. It was either on TikTok or YouTube where a guy went to Mexico. He went to Mexico. He went to like a store, but the store tells you these are all fakes. But this guy's a shoe guy, and he looked them over, and he was like, the only fake thing is this little thing. The only fake thing is this little thing. And so he bought a grip of them.
Yeah.
I think he bought it for himself because they were so cheap. Because this is the way I think too. Because if the shoe looked pretty much like legit, but he knows it's a fake, he can still wear it.
Yeah.
Like, who's gonna really, like, do people do that? Do people call people out in the shoe culture? Like, you're wearing a fake shoe, right? Because for me, I wouldn't care if someone called me out. I don't
Is this
care.
close enough?
Yeah. Can you tell? Is there a culture there where people call people out?
There is. Some people do call other people out, and some just like might even just tell their friend like that they're wearing like, oh, like he's wearing some fakes, but that's about it. Some people don't call the other people out on that.
Man.
So like for me, I don't really like.
Yeah, go ahead, grab the mic.
Yeah.
For me, like I just kind of got into like the sneaker culture when I started working at Citystarz. Like I've always loved shoes and like owned sneakers, but not like Jordans and like stuff like that. So like being around like Juan, like people like Juan, like he knows about shoes. Like he can look at a shoe and be like, that's fake. Like for me, like in your kid, I wouldn't know. Like, I'd be like it looks the same, but like Juan be like, that's fake. I'm like, what?
Well, let me ask you a question, so you can speak for the women out there. Do you feel that women are coming around to the sneaker culture a little bit more these days? Like, do you guys see a lot of women buying shoes?
Most definitely.
And what do women usually look for when it comes to shoes? Is it a certain style, colorway? Is it...
I feel like it's style.
Okay. What goes with the outfit? Probably,
yeah,
right?
pretty much. Like when I pick out my fits, I start with my shoe, and then I just go from
go
that.
up. Okay.
Yeah,
like
when I shop, I literally shop for like what I have in my collection. Like, okay, this will go with this. This will go with this. Like that's how I shop. So I'm guessing that's how most girls shop. But I feel like Dunks probably are like one of the most sought out shoes for females.
Okay.
Just because like there's different like girly colorways and like they're low top. They just go with like a bunch of stuff. You can wear them with jeans. You can wear them with like skirts, shorts. Like it's just really versatile. So that I'm a ones girl, so I wear a lot of ones. I have a lot of ones in my collection.
Do you have a favorite? An all-time favorite, or maybe one that you haven't quite got your hands on yet?
I have the UNC Jordan ones. Those are probably one of my favorite.
Nice.
I just love that colorway. I love any blue type of shoe, and that's one of the ones that I'm fortunate to have. I really want the Lucky Green ones. I was just waiting for them to come in. But yeah, those are the ones that I want.
For both of you guys, what's like your everyday shoe? Like, do you guys even own like some New Balances or like Chucks? Like, what's your everyday shoe that you can just roll with almost every day?
Yeah, usually I got a weekly rotation. I like to change it, but for sure, like I got to wear my Chicagos at least once a week. My Lost and Founds. Like I feel like even though it's a red shoe, that goes with anything, regardless. It's just such a classic shoe. It's just so noticeable, so nostalgic. You know, like I wear that on a weekly basis at least once, a few times a week, and like you were saying with New Balances too. I love New Balances actually.
Yeah,
don't sleep on New Balances. I love the 550s, the 2002s, like all that. Like they're really dope. They're comfortable. They're durable. Like I for sure have some in my weekly rotation too.
100%. Because like Jizzo said, I was a Air Max guy. I was almost every month I had a new Air Max.
You switch up the styles every once in a while, or you just have different vibes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like your everyday might not be, is not going to be like your best shoe, you know what I'm saying?
2022 and all of 2022, I had like 6 pairs of New Balances, different colorways. I've been on that, but I'm wearing my Huaraches right now.
All right, let's explain a little bit more on the business side, because I know sometimes, you know, with these resale type of stores, people go in there and they're like, you know, like so expensive, and maybe there's some some parents go in there that maybe don't understand, like, why does my kid want these shoes? So can you explain to people out there that maybe don't know the culture of like the resale business and the rarity of these shoes and why they're so expensive?
Well, somewhat, because it's a bit, it is different, you know, of course, because
it's different than walking into like a Foot Locker, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's a buy, sell, trade store, you know, it's resale prices, not a retail store. So that's why I feel like parents aren't used to buy, sell, trade stores. They're used to retail stores.
Exactly.
So when you go to a retail store, you just see like all the shoe, the same price, you know, regardless of colorway or even a size too could make a difference. I guess some parents ask me like, oh, why is this shoe more expensive? You know, it's the same shoe, but like it's a huge size, like a 12 or 13, and then compared to like a men's 7.5 or something, it's just some sizes just resell for more. So you know, like sometimes we even got to pay more for that size too.
Is it because it's the sizes? There's not so many of that size out there.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah,
maybe the rarity of the size.
Yeah, exactly. Some sizes are more rare than others when it comes to like, you know, like let's just say Jordan or Nike. Let's just say they drop like 1,000 9.5s. You know, they're not gonna drop 1,000 size 13s or 7.5s. It's like they do the most of the common sizes, and then like the least value sizes, they just don't make as many.
Okay, and some of the terminology that people may not use, explain like what dead stock is.
Dead stock, I mean, for like pretty much new, never worn. Yeah. That's pretty much about it.
Because I think sometimes people are like, "What's DS on this shoe? I don't understand what that means."
Yeah,
and so,
I didn't know. Right?
Okay, so there you go. You're teaching magic.
Yeah, new, never worn. You know, that's what it means.
How about how do you guys decide the price up of when you guys either buy it yourself or it's traded? How do you decide how much you guys mark it up? Is there an algorithm that you guys follow, or is it, hey, let's mark it up $100 more? Like who's thinking of these markup prices?
So when it comes to that part, we look, of course, like I mentioned with the apps and stuff, we look at, okay, let's just say this shoe goes for 300. So we'll offer you like 260 for it, 250, 270, just depends. And then if they might want more, so if I'm able to maybe budge a bit and we just come up to agreement, and so we try to make a certain like profit margin, and we look at sales as well too, because sometimes if you look at online websites too, like you can see sales what they sold for. So even though the shoe's going for 300, like a couple last sales was like 350. So we might just even put it at that, just so we can have a bigger profit margin. Because when you have a store, I mean, now you got bills to pay, you got rent to pay. Because if you're just a reseller who hit on a pair of shoes and you make $100 profit, that's yours. So when you if you make that $100 profit, but now you have rent to pay, so like it's not like that's $100 is yours. It's like now it got to cover other stuff and other expenses.
It's kind of like Pawn Stars. You ever watch Pawn Stars?
Yeah.
And they'll bring in an item, and the expert will be like, "Oh, it's like worth $300 or whatever," and they'll think, "Oh, I'm getting it $300," and he'll be like, "No, that's not. That's what it's worth, but that's not what I'm gonna give you because, like what Juan said, we still got to make our money."
Yeah, we got to make our money too.
Once you guys have your prices up, because I was there recently, and let's say the price is already under the shoe, right?
Yeah.
Can the buyer, like, let's say I was gonna buy a pair of shoes, can I like talk you guys down? Can I like add? Because here's the reason why.
Good question.
I didn't talk this down.
Yeah.
But I was interested in a pair of shoes, but there's a scuff mark on it. But the only reason why I didn't talk it down is because there was the same, different size, same shoe. It was going for like $250.
Mm-hmm.
This one was for $200. And I was wondering, did you guys already mark it down because of that scuff?
Yeah. If there's like a scuff mark or maybe just a little defect, we'll mark it cheaper, of course. We try to get it for cheaper so we can also market cheaper. So we still have that same profit margin as we did like with another pair of shoes.
But when I started talking, I saw your faces. Are you saying I could have talked it down, another $50 down?
We really don't do that. We try not.
They got bills to pay, bro. Come on,
man. All right.
So did you? I'm assuming you started it off as like an independent reseller. Is that kind of how you got in the game?
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, were you one of those people that would wait, at those long ass lines for the store to open and waited hours and would go in there and buy a bunch? Were you that guy?
I have actually. Yeah, that wasn't me. Back when they still used to do first come first serves, that'd be me like in line. Like I would wake up like at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. and be in line. And if usually it's one per person, so if not, like you just go back to the end of the line or see if there's any leftover pairs or especially raffles too. You know what I mean?
Raffles made it like different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would enter every single store like in my area, every single one of them, and you'd have like your family or your friends enter for you too, so you got more chances.
Yeah.
So like even if you hit like 5 of the same size, like it's still worth it because you could still profit on like each one. But yeah.
Okay. You ever stand in those lines, Magic? Or that was never you?
Never.
I mean, there was, they do the lottery thing now, so they don't have those lines, but there was kind of something to be said about that time. You know what I'm saying? Just waiting in line for it, the excitement. Am I gonna get it? Am I not gonna get it?
Yeah, you know what they say, man. Early bird gets the worm.
Yeah, exactly.
I was the early bird.
So how bad do you want it? You know what I mean?
The whole resale market thing. If let's say you're buying it from somebody, is it for the purpose to resell it at Citystars when you're going out buying these shoes?
I'm sorry?
Like when you're buying it from someone else,
okay.
Is the purpose to bring it back to the store to resell it?
Yeah, it's like either to resell it or just to keep it for a personal.
So I guess my question to that is, does the resale just keep going up because that person you bought it from wanted to profit, Like it originated somewhere.
Yeah.
So does it just the price just keep going up? Is that how?
Well, I'm
it
assuming
works?
if they're buying it at the stores, it's probably they're most likely for themselves, right? So I think it would stop there.
If a customer is buying it at the store, like from the store, then yeah, like
probably
it's
not
gonna be for
reselling
themselves.
it.
They're not
No, but
reselling
okay.
it.
So how about the person that comes in and wants to sell it to you guys? Like, yo, I bought these shoes.
Yeah. What are you asking?
Like, okay, so
If they buy it from another store and come to us.
yeah, so now he wants to profit, right? So he goes to Citystarz, hey, buy this off me, and you offer him a price. Obviously, it's going to be a higher because he wants to profit.
Yeah.
So now, once it's in your hands, does it go up again?
Well, yeah, usually that's how reselling works.
So that's
you
what
know?
I'm saying. Like,
Okay,
geez, so
it keeps going up,
That's-
yeah. Okay, I
I
got
guess
what
that's
you're
what I
saying.
wanted to get straight. It's like, that's crazy how it just, man, it's like, it's just, someone should have found this dude and just bought it from this dude.
Things are just worth or just how much people want to pay for it, really. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
pretty
Like,
much.
Is it like he can come in there with a price like, man, this has been resold 3 times, so I want like $500 for it, but
Yeah.
they might be like, okay, pass. You know what I mean? You could try eBay or some of these other sites, but yeah, it's just kind of like how how bad do you want them?
Yeah, it's pretty much that's how it is. You know, it's just like what you're willing to pay for it.
So if you guys, if you're in the Fresno area, Citystarz is inside the Fashion Fair Mall. They have different locations.
Visalia, and then just opened one in Modesto.
Yeah.
Right, the mall in Modesto is
Yeah, the Vintage Fair.
Vintage Fair.
How were you part of the Citystarz crew, or did they find you and hired you?
I was part of the Citystarz crew. I started before we had our Fresno location, the Fashion Fair. I was in even before the Visalia Mall. We were actually in downtown Visalia. Then I transferred here to the Fashion Fair.
Okay.
Both of you guys originally from here, from the 559?
Yeah, I'm here from the 559.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
Lyric,
from
real
Dos
quick.
Palos.
Dos Palos? Okay. And then I wanted to ask you, because I know you do a lot of the video stuff out there. I know you model. You got to check her out. Go ahead and plug your page real quick.
At me at Lyrical Miracle, Lyrical with the Y.
Yeah, you can catch her on Citystar's page. Aren't you on the website too?
I am.
Okay, yeah. Plug. Was it shopcitystars.com? Website's been up there for just a little while.
My sneakers are there.
But yeah, man, Citystarz, you got to follow them on Instagram, social media. The website, shopcitystars.com. Locations, Fashion Fair Mall, Visalia Mall, and then in Modesto, what was the mall called? Vintage Fair. Vintage Fair. And then Juan, we appreciate you coming in and spitting the knowledge on the shoe game.
There's things I learned that I've never heard of.
Of course.
And Lyric,
cool.
we appreciate you coming in and giving us some insights and representing for the ladies. Yeah, man, until next time, shopcitystars.com. This could get me fired podcast.